Hello, Richmond County residents. Celeste Gotell coming to you from the Senior Center Without Walls for Richmond County with the December 6th to December 13th edition of What's Happening. What's Happening is a calendar of events that we prepare monthly of activities that would be of interest to older adults throughout Richmond County. It's a partnership that we have with Gotell, and they're so kind as to air this 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. daily, 7 days a week. It's a weekly edition. There's also a monthly calendar that you can access through the Richmond County Municipal website under the residents section, seniors resources. So the calendar is posted there, but I also produce an online version, which you can click on there as well. And that ensures that you get an up-to-date version. There's activities taking place throughout the month that change on occasions. So the PDF version that's on the website may not be accurate, but I try to make it as up-to-date as possible. So let's begin with Saturday, the 6th of December. Lots of Christmas activities happening throughout the month of December. There's a holiday market at the Discoos Civic Improvement Hall put on by the Angel Fund, and that goes from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Also at the Discoos Civic Improvement Hall from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. is a Christmas art show and sale, and that's being put on by the Richmond Artist Alliance Art Gallery. So you can pick up some local art at that time. There's also a community food drive and air shot at the co-op, and that's with the Almaden Fire Department and the RCMP, and it goes from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. throughout the day. The music circle is happening at the Legion in Ayrshire. It gets underway at 2 o'clock. It's free admission. Bring along your instrument. The Rocky Bay Irish Club will be having their annual tree lighting, and that's in Rocky Bay, and that's at 6:30. Music to follow, and it's a free event if you want to take part. And in Lordways, they'll be having their annual Christmas parade and children's party for those of you that want to take out your grandkids. It gets underway at 5:30 with a parade. It's followed by a number of activities and a visit by Santa and then a tree lighting. That takes us to Sunday, the 7th. As you know, there's always community breakfast somewhere to be found in Richmond County. There's two this coming weekend. The regular monthly community breakfast at Legion Branch 150 at Ayrshire gets underway at 8 a.m. and it goes till 11 a.m. And there's also one happening at the Riverdale Community Center in Low River. That begins at 9 a.m. You can, if you go to the breakfast, you can also visit with Santa between 10 and noon, and there's a Riverdale market happening between 10 a.m. and 12 noon that day as well. The Christmas art show and sale with the Richmond Artist Alliance Art Gallery will continue at the Discoos Civic Improvement Center, and that will be from noon to 4 p.m. on Sunday. And then there's a seasonal carol sing-along that gets underway at 3 p.m. at the St. John Center for Arts at Ayrshire. Refreshments will be served, and admission is by donation. There's also a weekly card game at the Tara Lynn Center in River Bourgeois. That gets underway at 2 p.m., a weekly 45 card game. The Almaden New Horizons Club has their Christmas dinner and dance from 11 till 5 p.m., and that's members only, but there's still tickets available, I understand. And then the Turnbull Brothers will be at the Discoos Civic Improvement Hall on Sunday night, the 7th. That gets underway at 7 and goes till 9 p.m. You can get a ticket. It's $20. And this concert will definitely put you in the Christmas spirit. Now, the Turnbull Brothers, for those that don't know, are a couple of folks from Cape Breton, twins, I believe, and they competed on Canada's Got Talent. So that might be really a lot of fun. That takes us to Monday, December 8th. While the Seniors Take Action Coalition has their regular monthly meeting, we meet on Zoom, and that gets underway at 10 a.m. Line dancing happening at the West Bay Community Center. That starts at 10 a.m. until noon, and it's a drop-in program. And then Sonia has her Pilates Wellness Circle. That's followed by herbal tea and a bit of a social. That's at Canadian Legion Branch 150 in Ayrshire. That's happening from 10 a.m. till noon. And it's a drop-in, and you can pay on a sliding scale depending on your ability to be able to pay. That evening, the Song Circle will be hosted by the St. George's Channel Hall. That happens from 6:30 till 9. Doors open at about 6. All levels of talent are welcome. A light lunch is served, and it's by donation. That takes us till Tuesday the 9th. The Jolly Club will have their regular sewing group at 9 a.m. in Lordways. And then the West Bay Road Fire Hall will have their regular Tuesday morning coffee tea drop-in, and that goes on from 10 till noon. Now that, of course, is weather permitting, as is many of the events that are taking place. It's always good this time of year to check in advance. The Lewsdale Lions Club will have their annual Christmas tree lighting, and that starts at 4:30 with caroling, hot chocolate, fireworks, photos with Santa, and it'll be at the Lions Waterfront Park, and it goes from 4:30 to 8 p.m. The Almadam New Horizons Club will have their regular weekly Pay Me card game, and that gets underway at 6:30. And there are two 45 card games that are happening, one at St. George's Channel at 7:30 and one at the Acadiaville Community Center Hall in West Ayrshire, also at 7:30. That takes us to Wednesday, December 10th. The St. George Channel Hall has their regular morning coffee from 10 till 12 noon. And there's also a weekly coffee happening at the fire department in Red Islands, and that's from 9 a.m. till 11:30 a.m. Arlene will be available for her digital wellness program, and that's a program through Richmond Literacy that provides technical support to people on their cell phone, tablet, or computer. She's at the St. Peter's office this week, and that's from 8:30 to 9:45 a.m. or from 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. That morning, Sonia does a walk, and that's kind of a partnership with Nova Scotia Walks, and that's at Pondville Beach. It gets underway at 10 a.m. Again, it's weather permitting. The Almadam New Horizons Club will have their 45 card game at 2 o'clock, and that's in Ayrshire. And then that afternoon, the Legion Branch 150 in Almadam will have their regular general meeting. That gets underway at 2 p.m. Election of officers will happen at that time, and all members are invited to attend. Thursday, December 11th, coffee and conversation at the West Bay Center from 10 a.m. till noon. New program underway at the Petit de Grace Library. It's a story time. It gets underway at 10:30 a.m. So any grandparents or caregivers that are wanting to bring some children along, you're welcome to do so. There's a walking group that happens at 11 a.m., weather permitting, that leaves from the Dr. Kingston Center in Lordways. And then at 12 noon, if you want to practice your French skills, there's a conversation club that happens at the Petit de Grace Library at 12 noon to practice your skills in French. The Johnstown Sewing and Handicraft Group will meet at the Fire Department in Red Islands, and that gets underway at 1 p.m. Everyone's welcome to attend. There's an adult drop-in program from 1 to 4 p.m. at the St. Peter's Lions Hall every Thursday. This Thursday will be recreational games, and if you want more information about what the adult drop-in program is all about, you can give Rachel a call at the Dr. Kingston Center. There's a creative workshop happening. It's a special workshop for Christmas at La Picasse at 6:30. It's a free workshop, but there are limited spots available, so you'll want to give them a call to reserve. Finally, on Thursday evening, there's a 45 card game happening at the Discus Civic Improvement Hall. That gets underway at 7:30. That brings us to Friday, December 12th. There'll be a new program starting at the Legion, a 6-week stride for strength and wellness with Sonia Morris. It's $35 for all 6 sessions or a $7 weekly drop-in fee. You can call Sonia to get more information on that at Sonia's Fitness, and that's 902-302-0694. The Informal Fiber Club, which is a knitting and crocheting group, will meet at the Petit de Grace Library from 2 to 4 p.m. It's kind of come as you can, whatever you're working on. And that evening at the Petit de Grace Church, St. Joseph Church, there is a Christmas carols, and that gets underway at about 6:30 p.m. Donations at the door. That evening, there's also a trivia night at the Rocky Bay Irish Club. It's called Ugly Sweater Night, so I guess you wear an ugly sweater, ugly Christmas sweater, and that gets underway at 7 p.m. Finally, that evening, there's a washer toss at the Acadiaville Community Center Hall in West Ayrshire, and that starts at 7:30 p.m. Going to wrap the week up on Saturday, the 13th of December. There is a Christmas art show and sale that will be happening at the Discus Civic Improvement Hall. Again, this is the Richmond Artist Alliance Art Gallery, and that goes from noon to 4 p.m. That afternoon, you can also contribute to Cram the Cruiser food drive at the St. Peter's Foodland Grocery, and that's a joint effort of the RCMP and the local fire department, and that's from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Or in Louisdale at the Co-op, it goes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and that's the Straight Area Mutual Aid Food Drive. Washer toss happening at the Legion in Lordways at 1 p.m. There is a Christmas tree lighting taking place at the Little Lance Sampson's Social Action Center. That gets underway at 6 p.m. and goes till 8. There's going to be crafts, cookie decorating, hot chocolate, and the tree lighting, and that's a free event. Community kind of family intergenerational event, which many of these Christmas activities are. Also that evening at the Black River Church is an event called Eastbound Christmas Concert. It starts at 6:30, goes till 8 p.m. It's an old-fashioned community Christmas concert featuring festive music by talented youth in the communities, and it's a goodwill donation. And that night at the Lordways Community Center at 7:30 is a Christmas trivia. So if you're interested in that, you can join a team and take part. So lots of things happening for the week of December 6th to the 13th. Always remember to call ahead if it's a weather event and you're concerned about cancellations. So that's all for now, folks. I'll see you again next week. And thanks once again to our friends at Tillio for making this possible.